Right, in question 11, you're also asked to calculate quite a bit to do with tax. They ask you to get the net income before tax, they ask you to get the income tax, and then they ask you the amount due to or by SARS for income tax on the 30th of June. And the information that you are given in this case over here is, if you look here under this income tax information, we're told that at the beginning of the year there was a balance, a debit balance in SARS's account. So SARS actually owed me money. I then got a refund of this on the 25th of July. So let's just look at this as if we were doing the ledger account like you've got it in your book over there. So you would have started off with a debit balance of 8,800. You received a refund, so your bank would be debited and you would credit this, and that debt has now been paid off. It then went on, and there were two provisional tax payments paid. Right? Remember, when you pay your provisional tax, you credit your bank and you debit your SARS account. So your SARS account has been debited with both of those amounts, and both of those, if you're doing a ledger account, would be bank with the amounts that you've been paid. And then it says to you the income tax rate is 28%. And they tell you that net income after tax was 604. So right, so now let's have a look at this. We know that we get our net profit before tax, and we take that as being 100%. Then we're going to pay our income tax, which in this case is 28%. And so our net profit after tax, 100 minus 28, gives me 72%. Now, the figure that we are told is that my net income after tax was 604. So this figure, this 672, is equal to the 604,800. Now, I've used this a couple of times in the book with you. That is the figure that you're given, and that is equal to 72%. So we're going to divide it by 72. And then, if I want to get the profit before tax, I'm going to times it by 100. If I want to get the income tax, I'm going to times it by 28. So, because they asked me to get the profit before tax over here, I'm going to times it by 100. And there you are, you can see, as they give it to you, is 840,000. If you subtract that from the profit after tax, you're going to get your income tax was 235,200. Or other ways of working it, now that you've got the figure before tax, you could have worked out 28% of it. Or the other way, you could have had the 604 divided by 72 times 28. So various different ways to actually get this income tax figure. Now, once you know what the income tax figure is, remember, income tax is an expense, so you debit income tax, and that amount is owed to SARS. So you credit the SARS account, and the double entry is income tax. If you balance this out now, in this case over here, we still owe SARS 23,000. And so the third part of the question is, how much do you still owe SARS? You owe them 23,000. Now, you could either have done that as a calculation, which is what they've done here, or as a ledger account, whichever makes it easier to you. The important thing, though, is that this is what you do know, because you are often, in context of an income statement, a balance sheet, or even a cash flow, given one of the figures, and you have to calculate the others.